The NBA has a cast of superstars and characters all around the league. With this are some villains, and all eyes are on the Memphis Grizzlies, who seem to embrace the bad boy image. And still with us to talk about the Memphis villain arc is UAAP champion Bricks Ramos and NBA Philippines All-Star analyst Diego Dario. Guys.
All right, guys. Ito na. Because we want to talk about all of the episodes that happened of the Memphis Grizzlies in the show before. But
Right.
ang dami nangyari in almost consecutive days, consecutive games, and you have Dylan Brooks against Donovan Mitchell.
You didn't like that.
I did not like that for sure. Jammerant, Jakob Poeltl, and of course Desmond Bain against Jordan Clarkson. And there's just so much there. A lot of people are like making comparisons. Okay, these guys maybe talk too much trash, talk too much, too many side episodes right there. Where are you on the Grizzlies right now, Jegs?
I mean, I think it's one of the reasons also why they're competitive is because they're very, very physical. And if you're another team and you're looking at these young guys trying to be physical on you, medyo natural instinct natin, Bricks. If a younger guy is trying to play physical, medyo maiinis ka eh, diba? But
Okay.
when it's, I think the Memphis Grizzlies, I think that's really how they want to play.
Yeah.
I think especially in the playoffs, and I think that's why they're also seeing success now. But stop it with being tough and all that, because I don't think the vets and the champions are having it.
I mean, you mentioned it, it's the physicality, but of course, for sure, there's some psychological
Right.
warfare going on with this antics nitong Grizzlies. Definitely, they're using it to their advantage. Bricks, how does this play out in the bigger picture na parang, okay, saan yung line na nagiging distraction siya that affects your game? Kasi so far, parang okay sa kanila eh, ganitong laro.
I think it depends per player, because some players actually get fired up when people talk trash to them.
Right.
Like,
Okay.
Like,
Are you like that?
ginaganahan.
Ganun ka ba?
Parang ikaw.
I'm quiet lang eh. Chill. I just like to chill, you know. But then, other players, they get discouraged.
Yeah.
It gets into their minds.
Yeah.
And then, they play worse. Parang yung iba nanggigigil.
Right.
Tapos nawawala yung laro, diba?
Sa palagay mo ba, manufactured ba yung bad boy image nila?
I think it's the way media is portraying them. I mean,
Okay.
The way social media has a say on the narrative in the NBA. I think, that's what they're trying to do with the Memphis Grizzlies right now.
Yeah, but we also have video of Brooks throwing a fist at Spida, jawing at Poeltl. I mean, like, that's not necessarily manufactured now. That's not really media spin, is it? Right? I mean, like, so do you still think that way?
I guess it could also just be them embracing the
right.
bad boy
Okay.
image and just,
Okay.
I just want to say we don't embrace that bad
Yeah.
boy image. We're the least people you're gonna think of when you think of bad boy image on the court.
Okay, I was gonna say Bricks is not really a hard guy, though his name is Bricks. It's really a softie too.
I mean, again, bigger picture, this is the professional league,
Right.
any rep is good rep. Di ba?
Yeah.
Kahit
Yeah,
anong
yeah,
news,
yeah.
kahit,
You
oh my
could say,
God,
yeah.
bad image. But again, it's the, clickbait and whatnot. How does that affect, like personally, sa inyo, guys, pag may ganong lumalabas, how does that affect you? Like, do you get pumped up more? Or
Kapag may reputasyon ka.
Oo.
Jegs, ikaw na
The
lang.
good boy image.
I mean, I think it's not the image that I want to portray if I'm the player. But if you're Memphis, it's looking like they're embracing what everyone's giving them. But also, I think they're not just tough on the court. They're also tough on internet, on the social media. They would
They're
subtweet,
talking
right?
so much. I mean, tweeting so much.
Tweeting so much,
Yeah.
right? Even the Golden State Warriors. There's one time they beat the Golden State Warriors, and someone tweeted "strength in numbers" or something like that, and
Yeah.
they
Yes.
lost. So, but then, fast forward, the Warriors won the championship, and then Klay talked back when they finally won the whole thing.
Yeah,
So,
no. It's a.
you can't talk too early.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
also
They
knowing
gotta
how to
learn.
talk.
They gotta
Jegs,
learn.
sasabihin ko eh.
Definitely.
All right, so I want to bring up a theory here brought up by our producer, si Rain. I'm gonna try to do it in her voice kasi
Oh no.
Good
they're
luck.
a young
Good luck.
team.
Good luck.
no, but then seryoso to. They are a young team, and the management right now, is there a possibility that the management's actually allowing them to do it? Kasi some coaches, wherever you go, want to rein in their players, make sure there's no distractions. Pero sa palagay mo ba, Bricks, the Memphis management are okay with what's being shown on the floor, off the court as well, on social media? Kasi parang ang dami nangyayari. Are they okay with all this?
I think they are. I mean, they're not stopping. Like they've been doing it consistently, and it's getting them views. It's getting them likes. You know, they're being talked about.
Right.
They're getting the attention that they want.
Yeah.
So
Small market.
And I also think, because you remember Grit and Grind Memphis Grizzlies, I think they're trying to bring that back, that kind of the tenacity
They're
of Memphis.
embodying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kailangan na lang identity.
Yeah.
And speaking of identity, of course, we look back, and when we talk about bad boys on the hardcourt, we think about none other than the Detroit bad boys.
Before our
diba?
time to,
Before our time na ito,
Not
Our collectively.
Before our time.
Yes.
Di po
So,
tayo 80s basketball.
Goodness. But like, do you think sila na, the Memphis Grizzlies, are the new bad boys on the block?
What do you think, Bricks?
sakto lang.
Sakto lang.
Sakto lang.
I personally think you can't be on the same level as the
Level as
Detroit
them, yeah.
Pistons. With the way the refs are calling it, with the way the league is ran, I don't think it's gonna get to that point, because I've seen videos of the Bad Boys Pistons.
Yeah.
I mean, that's crazy. The way they defended Jordan.
Bill Lambier.
Oh, goodness.
That is not,
Yes.
So, as
That's
sasabihin
for
ko rin, it's
nice.
like, you have to win.
Right.
Yeah.
Detroit
Yeah.
won.
Of course,
Right? They stopped MJ before MJ became MJ, the Utah Jazz killer. And when you, obviously, that's always going to be a hard comparison. But then you take a look at Memphis right now and their prospects. People are wondering how far they can go. I don't know if a lot of people are talking about them as championship contenders, even with their good regular season record. Brick, sa palagay mo ba, are we going to look at this team this season, maybe in the playoffs, as a potential contender, an actual realistic one, despite all the noise, despite everything we see on the floor?
I mean, from what I've seen, I don't think so. Not just yet. I feel like they need a bit more experience, I would say.
Okay, a bit more. How about you, Jex, really quickly?
I think where Ja Morant goes, the Memphis Grizzlies will go. Right? They play defense. I think Ja Morant's one of the next superstars in the NBA, so it's up to him to prove it.
Yes. So we've already concluded that they're not really the bad boys of Detroit,
Not
not
yet.
even close. Let's see if the championship can take them there, though. Bricks, Diego, maraming salamat. Really appreciate the time that you spent. And Bricks, good job. We'll have you back here some other time. Thank you.